he does, just how much does that just automatically kind of set you guys back?
Well, I think he definitely got off to a good start, but I look back at it and I think the first quarter was what really did us in, and I couldn't quite I just didn't think we were moving great, just in general, just up the floor speed, back and speed, pace on offense, rotations on defense, and I'm just again, I'm not. I know, like these top 5, 6 guys are logging tons of minutes, but that to me felt like the biggest thing, and then I think we played a little better in the second half and started doing some things, and kind of got the game. I think it was back to 10, and then we just kind of let go there at the end of the third, which was too bad because we were having a really good third quarter again, just like we did the other night. So a little too much early. And that 20-2 run they had, finished the game off. Yeah.
I guess what did you kind of make of Justin? It seems like he's done a really good job. It's really improved as like an on-ball scorer, taking a guy off the dribble.
Yeah, he did a good job, and you could see he wasn't feeling very good. He wasn't feeling near 100% tonight. So, and I kind of wanted to play him and make him, get him used to toughing through some of that stuff. But his offensive, attacks, I think are he does them at the right moments. He's not forcing much. When he plays on the catch and he does, if he's got a room for a pull up, he does it. If he's got room to take it all the way, he does it. And I thought he made some great decisions on the pull ups tonight. I was trying to get a couple more guys to do that because when we would turn the corner on him, there was the shot, seemed like between 15 and 8 feet, not at the rim, because they were kind of sitting in there waiting at the rim. I mean, Kelly made some tough finishes in there, but they were tough, And then I think the stretch at the end of the third, we had some really we had some decent shots, but they were contested at the rim. The degree of difficulty was a little much.
Yeah, you just kind of mentioned like if he has a pull up, he takes it. If he has a layup, he takes it. I mean, like what do you just kind of make of his IQ?
Yeah. Yeah, really good. That's what I said. I think he's two things. He's got a willingness to try really hard and play defense at multiple positions, and his IQ on offense. Again, the ball seems to find him, and he takes it when he's open, and if he's not, he attacks the closeout, and if not, he moves the ball. So good IQ on offense.
What did they do with Muster and Q tonight?
Well, obviously, they did a really good job of getting into him and getting over screens and things like that. But I also think he did have some pretty good looks there, right? And he did get to some spots, but his first 2 or 3 were open threes that didn't come close, right? So again, just not quite, whatever, just didn't have the feel tonight, at all. Give them some credit for sure. But I also think that he just didn't quite have the feel. Obviously, not the feel that he's had the last few games, right?
What did you just make of Kelly? Just kind of
Yep, played good.
hard for you guys every single night.
Yep, played hard. Made some good shots from the perimeter, but just kept. I thought he was. Again, I like his patience. He's not. He's driving the ball with some strength and composure and playing through some hits and getting to the free throw line a little bit. I thought he did a good job, really good job playing hard and scoring the ball. Yep. Yep.
Where do you continue to see him kind of get more comfortable and
Yeah. Yeah, again, obviously he's got the trigger from 3. He seems to be a high volume 3-point shooter. Obviously made some tonight. I thought he could have. When they did run him inside the line, I thought he had some opportunities, just kind of one dribble in from there. So again, just showing him some of that stuff. But again, he can score the ball a little bit, and he obviously can shoot the ball.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
All right, everybody. Thanks a lot.